of the reasons why I wanted my sexual assault story to be a draw my life was so then I like when editing it, I would just be hearing it and not seeing my emotions and seeing me like react to what happened. So please be patient with me within this video. Yeah. Trigger warning, I do mention sexual assault, and this video is about my sexual assault experience, but this video is more so about the path towards healing and like figuring out the aftermath and navigating the aftermath of the trauma itself, not necessarily me speaking on what happened. Part 1, which I'll link in the description or like put up somewhere in this video, is actually where I go into detail about like what happened and like how the situation led to what it led to. So yeah, that's my like trigger warning. So yeah, if you don't know yet, I'm Caleb. I use he, they pronouns. And if you want to learn more about me before just jumping into the story, feel free to go and watch like my other videos to get to know more about me. But I mean, you did click on this video, so maybe you're interested in what my path towards healing looked like. And if I'm being honest, it hasn't really been easy to explain. Yeah, I feel like this clip sort of sums it up pretty well. So I've noticed that I had to redo this video multiple times. I don't know really why. I guess it's like just hard for me to put this into words, even though I've like drawn out like a storyboard for what I'm trying to say. It's still like hard to sort of connect the pieces of part 2 and of like my path towards healing, because it's hard to really like pinpoint exactly like when, where, or why like I sought out like help, you know. I am very much a believer in the fact that like I am an expert on myself. Like I know what I feel, I know what I've been through, I've like seen life through my lens for my entire life. But I think there was this point that I was like, all the like, I don't even know what to call it, like all the stuff that I was going through, like it just kept piling up. It was just so much, to where I was like, obviously I need someone else to help me like sort of like unpack this, you know? Like obviously I it's not even that I'm not doing well, I just don't know how to manage all of this because it was a lot. Yeah. So I've had a hard time with this video, obviously. And I feel like I can't really do a draw my life for the second part, because it's sort of hard to put pictures to the words that I'm trying to portray. So instead I'm sitting in front of you today to simply like talk through my path towards healing. And I also couldn't really like, as the clip showed before, I couldn't really pinpoint where or how or like why I decided to really like, a lot is happening outside and it's about to rain. I don't think I've ever recorded like with the rain. Anyways, that's besides the point. What was I saying? I was talking about, oh yeah, I was talking about like how it's just hard to like put pictures to the words that I'm trying to portray. So I figured it would probably be easier just to like sit in front of the camera and just talk. I came up with like 2 talking points, but I think I'm currently still on that path towards healing, and I'm like very much in the beginning stages of that path. Again, it was hard to pinpoint, but like I said in the little clip that I just showed, there was a point where like everything just became too much. And so like that leads me to my first talking point where like I guess the why or the how I decided to reach out or like go towards healing, whatever that even means, was because just dealing with the trauma and just like allowing the trauma to be and exist became too much. I don't think the clip that I showed y'all will include this, but I had lots of nightmares. I was afraid to like walk around on campus. I literally like had zero motivation, zero like want to do anything because I don't even know how to describe it. Like it was just such a, and I've like been in like dark episodes before, but this was like I think my body was scared. Like not only was my mind like afraid and like confused and like disappointed within myself, but like also like the nightmares, like I literally like never have nightmares. So the fact that I was having nightmares like frequently was just so crazy to me. And yes, I did reach out to the counseling center, but what I discovered was just that I like stopped sleeping as much, and then would only sleep during the day because I felt like safer during the day, and I would literally like just never leave my residence hall, and therefore like attendance with my classes like went down, and so my grades went down, but I like really thought that he was gonna like just show up on campus, or like that he would just like know somehow that like I had went to the police, or know somehow that like things weren't okay with me and would be angry about it. I'm getting kind of sidetracked. And then in addition to like the trauma being there, I also had to deal with like life things such as like being a student, like having a job, like dealing with financial aid, like dealing with my health issues, and like health outside of like, so I also was afraid that he had HIV, so I went on this whole like thing to find, because there's currently like a pill that you can take that if you know that you've been exposed to HIV, you take it for 30 days and it like significantly decreases your chances of like getting HIV. And so I like had to navigate figuring out like how to get that pill. Ended up spending like $60 on it, which I guess really isn't that expensive compared to like how much other medication costs in the US, but still that's like an expense that I had no idea would have, you know. But outside of that, I also had other health issues that I was going to the doctor like pretty frequently for, and that became too much. And I guess that leads me to my second talking point, where like, two, I like realized I had the resources and ability to like try something different. And again, I don't really know where or why that realization happened. Maybe it was just like, I don't know, what's the saying? Like, the straw that like broke the camel's back. Maybe something happened to where I was like, I just can't anymore. And like, I decided to just reach out for help in every way I could. And so that's when I like aggressively like reached out to the Title IX office, reached out to the Wellness Center, reached out to the counseling center, and really tried to do counseling, but it like wasn't working for me. That's also when I like really looked into like transferring, because like at that point I just literally felt unsafe, like at the physical location of my university, and I was like, I just can't do this anymore. And not only did I feel unsafe at that university, there were so many other things that like played a role in me deciding to transfer, but that was just like another like, you know, if I wanted, like there's no reason that I have to stay here. And so I was like, I can look into it. And at first with transferring, I very much wanted it to just be like I'm just gonna like look into it. I'm not actually gonna do it. It's just gonna be this thing where I'm like dabbling, you know? And I was like, really, if I wanted to transfer there, I'll just go to graduate school there, no problem. And then it ended up being like, in the summer, I was like, okay, I'm definitely transferring. I'm gonna visit all these universities I'm interested in. I'm gonna like call their admissions office, all these good things. And so yeah, the second talking point was just me talking about like realizing that I had the resources and ability to try something different. I also think like thinking about like your ability to try something different is so like, I don't know, like powerful to think about, because you have the power over your own life to like choose differently with most situations. And so I like took that notion and sort of just ran with it. I mean, I literally ran with it and like left the university, or I like literally ran with it and like decided to do something that I like never would have done before, such as like seek out counseling. Like what? Um, so yeah, I don't really feel like this video has a good ending. It's just like, yeah, I don't really have advice for other like survivors. I mean, it really helped me to reach out to other people because I couldn't handle just like bottling it up inside of me and like having no one know. So talking to my like Title IX officer was really like, she is and like was phenomenal. And the wellness center, I was really intimidated by it, but like also reaching out to the wellness center was helpful. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. So I guess that's the end of this video. It feels weird saying like this video or like subscribe, but those are things that you can do to support me. So if you want to like and subscribe, that'd be really awesome. I have a special announcement coming out tonight, so be sure to watch that video. It's much shorter than this. But yeah, all right, have a good week. See ya.